June 30th, 2022. Hope everybody out there is having a good day today. Start off by saying if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Talk to you today about the boycott. I'm sure some of you's been seeing it and hearing about it. People are saying they're going to boycott buying gas July 3rd through the 5th. My question is, why? It's not going to do nothing. It's not going to hurt the gas companies, the oil companies. It's not going to hurt them. You know why? People will fill up on July 2nd, and then they'll run their gas out and go fill up on July 6th. So you're not hurting the gas companies. I never understood this. When people say, let's boycott gas for a day or 2 days or 3 days, it's not going to hurt the oil companies. It's ridiculous because you're going to fill up the day before and the day after the boycott. Things like this never work. If you want to really stick it to the oil company, people would have to boycott buying fuel for at least 30 days, and that is impossible. You cannot boycott buying fuel for 30 days. It's just no way. You couldn't get to work. You couldn't get nowhere. I mean, you would be out of fuel. That's the situation I see is the only way it would work. You'd have to boycott them for, at least a month, and nobody's able to do that right now. Now, if you're a prepper and you've got your gas balled up, yeah, you could do it. You could boycott buying gas for a month, 2 months, 3 months, all the way up to a year probably. But eventually you'd have to replace that gas at the price as what it was as when you go get it. Like if you're buying gas now, it's $4.50 a gallon roughly, let's say. Well, you boycott them for a year. When you go fill your gas tanks back up, guess what? You could be paying $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 a gallon. So it's not really hurting them. Well, you see things like this all the time on Facebook or any Twitter, any of that stuff. Somebody comes up with a bright idea like this, and I don't know why they think it would hurt them. It's like people protesting the Supreme Court thing. It's not going to make them change their mind. They're not going to go back and say, well, since all y'all are upset, we're going to go back and say, we're not going to overturn it no more. It just don't happen that way. It's not going to happen that way. But if you want to boycott gas for a couple of days, that's your choice. Do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, you're not going to hurt the oil companies. The only person you're going to hurt is yourself, because if you run all your gas out of your tank, you got to go fill back up at these high prices, and it's going to cost more. Most people nowadays that I know is either trying to fill it up every time they hit 3/4, and the very least at a half a tank they fill back up, just due to the price of fuel. It's too expensive right now. We're starting to see some fluctuations in it. Some places are going down. Some places are sitting, steady at where they're at. I still firmly believe we're going to see gas in my area here in Alabama. We're at let's just say $4.30 a gallon right now, average. In my area, we're going to see $6, $7, $8 worth of gas, a gallon of gas, before too long, before the year's out. It's crazy how much this fuel's costing at the price per barrel they're buying it at. But of course they're saying it's the refineries. We don't have enough refineries and stuff like that. I finally got an answer the other day about how much is too much a gallon before you say I'm not buying it no more. One person told me $8 a gallon. That when it hits $8 a gallon, I just can't afford it. And I'm sitting there thinking, $8 a gallon. You'll pay 6, 7. And of course you get the same answer as I've told you. You get, well, I'm not going to walk. I got to have fuel. But it seems in my area, between $7 to $9 a gallon is where people are going to start saying, nope, you can't buy it no more. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get to that point, but we're slowly heading that way. Like I told you before, what they'll do is they'll run the gas price up like they have, and then you'll settle out for a little while, and then it'll drop just a little, maybe 10, 20 cents a gallon. And then 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month later, guess what? It'll jump 60 cents a gallon. That's what we're seeing right now. Usually, around the 1st of May, you'll see fuel start going up, especially around Memorial Day. And then usually they kind of level it out around July 4th, and once July 4th's over, it goes back up. And this time, instead of going up a few cents, we're seeing jumps every time it goes up, 20, 30 cents a gallon. It's just crazy that we're having to pay this much for fuel right now. It's going to raise the price of everything that's going on. And when I say that, your food, anything you buy comes on a truck. And it's going to eventually raise the price of all the goods we're buying. We're headed for just total chaos on these gas prices and food shortages, and it's all coming, and people still are not waking up. They still don't see it coming. They think we're just in a slump. I don't understand that. I don't see how they can think we're in a slump. You know, people that got raises, when I say raises, you know, a couple more dollars an hour, well, guess what? Inflation hit. You don't have a raise no more. It ate up how much more money an hour you got. You got people out here, you know, working at McDonald's making $16, $17, $18 an hour. You got people in healthcare like CNAs, they're making $13 and $15 an hour. I would think that, you know, healthcare is a little more important than you getting your Big Mac or your coffee or whatever you're wanting, you know, from a restaurant. It seems like someone helping take care of a loved one would pay more than what they're paying, but they're not. It's ridiculous. But let me know your thoughts on this. Are you going to boycott this gas for these couple of days? And if you are you going to fill up the day before and the day after, which is what always happens whenever somebody says they're going to boycott something? I've seen people before say, hey, we're going to boycott this store these days, but they're in that store, you know, the day before they boycott it, and then they're in it after they boycott it. But let me know what you think. Like or dislike the video. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you on this. And if you're still watching, please hit that subscribe button. We're still trying to hit 500 subscribers. Everybody stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings. You're not safe anywhere in America. And everybody have a good day out there.